But this is our training. I got all of the information from Red River Women's Clinic directly, and their escort information handout. So that's where all of this was sourced. But about the clinic, they've been around since July 31st of 1998 and see about 20 to 25 women per week for abortion services. And like 7 other states in the US, North Dakota only has one abortion provider, which is the Red River Women's Clinic, which means that women often travel hundreds of miles in order to have access to the care that they provide there.
The Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act was signed into law May 1994. The FACE Act is a federal law designed to prevent clinic blockades and other acts of violence against abortion clinics, their staff, and their patients.
Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act. So it prohibits the use of force, threats of force, or physical obstruction to intentionally injure, intimidate, or interfere with any person who is either obtaining or providing reproductive health services or seeking to exercise his freedom of religion at a place of worship.
All right, so there's year-round support. Every Wednesday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., volunteer escorts are needed and so appreciated. We can't stress that enough. Escorts assist patients in entering the clinic quickly and safely.
So they have a few goals in regards to escorts themselves, and that's to ensure that people have access to all reproductive health care services they desire, to convey the message that women have the right to control their own bodies and lives, to encourage personal empowerment through action, to keep the clinic open and functioning, and to always maintain a commitment to nonviolence.
The guidelines are keeping with their nonviolence policy. They will seek to secure the positions required to keep clinic access open, hold your ground, and don't be bullied out of the position. And don't engage in anti-choice activists in debate. Only designated people should engage in conversation with the police of officials on site.
We'll make sure to remain respect in all interactions with police, and then we'll work in ways that put the goals of the clinic defense above personal differences, and will respect the diversity of the participants.
We will also have the personal safety of patients, providers, and everyone else involved is paramount and should guide our actions. No one participating in escorting at RRW will be expected to tolerate risk that they find objectionable. All are encouraged to take reasonable actions to protect their own safety and that of others, and to support each other in doing so.
Special roles, so there's spotters, greeters, and doorkeepers. The more experienced or the more veteran escorts usually are always the doorkeepers, and there's 2 of them on each side of the planters in front of the door, and they watch for people coming in as well as watching for people who are coming out who will need to be escorted to their cars or wherever. Greeters will talk directly, depending on how many escorts there are. Spotters and greeters tend to do the same thing, but they talk to the patients directly and ask them if they would like to be escorted, while also looking for potential patients that will need to be escorted.
Talking to patients, you ask them if they would like you to accompany them. So you would just ask, and if they say yes, accompany them. Saying if they say no, then respect their wishes, but remain attentive.
Make sure you be calm, reassuring, and non-judgmental. Smiling and open hands. Stay between the patients and the protesters. Respect and confidentiality. If you do know somebody, just don't be talking about it outside of it or anything. Be pleasant. Protesters can react negatively to kindness by escorts. Or can't. Sorry, I said can.
So what you cannot do is respond to protesters in any way or say anything negative that will just egg them on, and they've got an answer for everything that you throw at them. So it's not even worth it. So do not attempt to counsel patients or give advice. Do not come in and out of the front door more than necessary. This means no bathroom breaks. Do not call staff, escorts, or patients by their names. That goes along with their confidentiality. And do not take pictures or videos.
And not to scare people away from escorting with the no bathroom breaks, but some tips we learned from the more veteran escorts stated that, hey, just walk down to Atomic Coffee, buy coffee, and then use the bathroom while you're there, or, go into one of the stores and make a small purchase, and then you're good to go.
Or even just go to the bathroom before,
Yeah.
and then you're there for like 2 hours, and then it really flies by. Like you don't even notice it. We were there for 2 hours at one point, and it like flew by like that.
I was really shocked.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the bus stop, you can go in the bus stop too. If they're still allowing people because of COVID, I believe they are.
Very.
And you don't have to purchase anything.
Right. Some more helpful hints though is to wear comfortable clothing and shoes. Don't bring anything if you can't carry it, because they don't allow you to use the entrance to store anything. Sunscreen, lip balm in the summer months is obviously very important. And bring snacks and hydration, assuming you can carry it or keep it next to you. And then a good reminder is that a boring day at the clinic is a good day. So all that's left is filling out the escort agreement. You can either email that to them prior to you arriving, or I just brought a paper copy and handed it to her when I was there. And then sign up on our Google form, which can be emailed out for when you can come escort on Wednesday, the 14th of April.
Awesome. Awesome.